looks like the sun's out today, which is nice. Although I guess with that in mind, in terms of the news, it seems like everything I read was out of Japan. Some good, some bad. How about we start with the tech stuff first? I was reading this, how apparently Canon, the company that manufactures various cameras, has this patent for a drone camera, it seems like. Although there is a lot of drone pictures you can see here. Now, what exactly is this? Just from what I gather from reading this, it seems like it's primarily focused on a camera gimbal, I guess you could say, that's attached to the drone versus an actual drone itself. And from what I gather in the pictures, it seems like they're giving you one example of how a traditional drone camera is attached to the drone, and then you would have, I guess, their mechanism on how they will attach a camera to it. Maybe it's more along the lines of something like, for example, a Sony AirPeak, where they want to have the option where you can attach any Canon camera into a drone itself. And there's even like a diagram, I guess, of whatever this contraption is. But usually, again, patents don't necessarily result into a reality, so who knows when this will be a thing, if it ever does. Although, on an interesting note, they actually did show off, I guess you could say, a quote drone way back for this company Canon anyways. It's really old, it's like back in what, 2017 or something like that? Although it seems like a lot of camera manufacturers are trying to get into the drone game as well. I guess that's good in terms of competition. Will it drive things like prices down? Funny enough, that's one thing I kind of debated about when I first got a drone. Should you get a drone with a camera attached to it already? Or would you rather get a drone that doesn't have a camera? I guess there's positive and benefits to both. One, if it's attached to it, then I guess it would be more user-friendly. Whereas in the other aspect, you could have a really high quality camera and keep upgrading it in general without having to buy a new drone all the time. It makes you wonder too, since more camera manufacturers are going to get into the drone game, does that sway your decision in terms of, in the future, let's just say if you are buying some kind of standalone camera, will that be a factor? And you saying, do I want to use, like, for example here, like a Canon drone or maybe the Sony drone in the future? So would that make you want to buy one or the other's cameras? And with the other crazy news in Japan, apparently there was a huge earthquake. This one says 7.3 magnitude earthquake strikes near Japan, triggers fears a tsunami. It says the powerful earthquake shook 60 kilometers below sea off the coast of Fukushima in northern Japan on Wednesday, according to the Japanese officials. It triggered a tsunami advisory for the area. As well, in other articles with the earthquake, they said it derails high-speed train. So that's going to be a huge disruption, and there's all these pictures and stuff too, like you can see here. In terms of grocery aisles, I guess having everything knocked down, I can only imagine that will be the same thing when it comes to offices and buildings in general as well. And of course, with that, they have to close a bunch of places down. Like this says, what? East Nippon Expressway Co. said it has closed several sections of the expressways, including the Tohoku Expressway in Osaki, Miyagi Prefecture, and Joban Expressway in Soma, Fukushima. Although they do say if we ever get the quote big one here, there'll be tons of cities around the area that'll just be flooded just like that. So there's certain areas where you shouldn't, I guess, buy real estate, they say. But just in general, hopefully this one gets recovered fairly quickly. There's just so much stuff happening in the world, huh? Wars and now natural disasters, it just never ends. Alright, see you guys later.